Well, welcome to the podcast, Lily Walters.
Well, thanks. Gatlin Fenwick.
What's your middle name?
Renee.
Okay.
What's yours?
Daniel.
Really?
Yes.
It's not bad. I just wouldn't picture that for you.
I was surprised with Renee, too.
Yeah.
Lily Renee.
Doesn't match. It's okay.
One of my favorite wellness grant recipients' names is Renee.
We're cool people.
Where does it come from, Renee?
My grandma.
Okay.
It's my grandma's middle name, Darcy Renee, and then I think it's her mom's middle name too. But not my mom's.
R-E-N-A-E.
Renee.
Ooh, Renee.
I didn't know how to spell it until I was like 12. Because I disliked it, but it's grown on me.
So what do you think of throat coat tea?
Throat coat tea. Yeah.
It's like, it's almost kind of slippery. Yeah.
Yeah.
It coats the throat.
Yeah, it does. I like it.
It's from the inner bark of the slippery elm tree.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well,
Have you tried jasmine tea?
I think I have.
The smell of it really makes me happy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, the taste is okay, but the smell of it makes me peaceful.
Have you ever smelled, do you have orange trees in North Carolina?
No, but my grandma and my Nana in California, they have an orange tree in the backyard, and I just remember my grandpa would always pick me oranges. I love that tree.
The smell when they're
so
blooming
good.
is incredible.
It smells so good.
We were driving through Florida one time during the orange blossoms, and it was like,
Yeah. That smell of oranges is top tier. Citrus. My dad was eating like 4 oranges a day, so we Googled it, and he was like, why am I craving oranges? He was like, well, Google says it's because I'm stressed. So
oh, he was listening to his body. That's
there you
good.
go.
Is he still on the orange kick?
No, but we do eat quite a few oranges in our house. And bananas. I was on a banana kick for a while. I was eating about a bunch of bananas a week, maybe more.
Okay. Good on your potassium level.
Yup. Bananas and peanut butter, just bananas.
Oh, it's one of my favorite breakfasts. Sourdough toast with
Natural peanut butter.
a bunch of butter first.
Oh, you put butter on it?
Oh, yeah.
I've never done that.
Actually, you know what's better? My grandma Pat used to do this. And you put the butter on top of the peanut butter because you taste it more.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it doesn't melt into the bread.
Yeah.
And then you put the bananas on top. Ooh,
so good.
so
With drizzle
good.
of honey. So some cinnamon if you're feeling fancy.
I didn't eat lunch today. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I eat because I was watching Alex and Kevin's Kids, and they're vegan, and so they use the natural peanut butter. I don't know if they use it because they're vegan, they just do. But now that I'm such a snob too, because now that I've started eating the natural peanut butter, the normal peanut butter just tastes gross to me.
Well, it's very different.
Oh yeah.
It's so much
the
sugar.
texture is so much different too. So I'm a natural peanut butter girl now.
You keep it in the fridge or no?
I don't.
Well,
I think you should, but I don't.
as long as it's not going bad, I don't think you need to.
I think you keep it in the fridge to stop it from separating, right?
Oh, maybe.
And I just stir mine up.
Yeah, because when it's in the fridge, it
gets hard.
It's hard to spread. Yeah, but when it's like on a hot summer day, it's really it's really thin. You got to be careful because it'll drip right in your lap. So, well, we didn't come on here to talk about peanut butter.
Yeah, no.
We came on to talk about you and your journey as a student at UW La Crosse.
Yep.
Studying related to mental health. What is it?
Oh, I am a biomed on a pre-med track with a minor in psychology and a minor in chem.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
So are you studying like brain chemicals as it relates to psychology or not necessarily?
Not necessarily. So my minor is chem. I'm going for med school out where I'll either go for psychology, which I'd want to focus on advocacy, or I'll go for like surgery and things like that. I haven't really decided yet, but for my psych classes, I just do social psych and also just abnormal. I loved abnormal psychology, where we pretty much just read the DSM-5 and
What's that?
the DSM-5, the Diagnostic Systematic Manual, 5th edition. It is the book that psychologists and psychiatrists use to diagnose people with mental health disorders.
Okay.
It's really fun. I have it if you want it. Actually, it's my dad. I probably shouldn't say that.
You know what I do want is a link to that presentation that you have
Yes,
been delivering.
I will try and find that for you.
Or you could email me the PDF too.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that because it's AFSPs and you have to be trained in order to.
Well, not that I want to give the presentation. I just would really care to just see what is contained in it. Let's back up a little bit. Your passion is mental health advocacy.
Correct.
And with that would include some public speaking. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Advocacy and then education.
Okay.
There's a lack of mental health education in this country.
Let's tell the listeners you recently did with your project, how it started, where you got your inspiration from. Let's start there. And then you just finished this. And when you told me this a couple weeks ago, I was just like, not that I'm surprised, but I was so impressed. Like,
Thanks.
You're a freshman in college and you did this, like you spearheaded this whole project. And then you also delivered the speeches. So
Yep.
You tell.
It was amazing. Okay, so I guess my inspiration, well, our family has been affected by mental health, and then I lost a friend 2 years after Blake died by suicide. And so last November, I went to an Out of the Darkness walk, which I'm actually really glad I did. I had a walk to end Alzheimer's before that I was volunteering for, like the day before, and I almost didn't go, but I was like, no, I signed up to do it. I'm going to do it. I want to do it. I was just tired. So I went and I volunteered, and it was like, changed my life. I've done a lot of volunteering, but I've never seen a community get together like that. Like, it's just everybody was there for each other, even though you don't know each other. And it was like a hard day, but it was a good day. So I was just so impressed by the AFSP, which is American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So I started looking into their stuff and like what they did, and I found their educational resources. And I wasn't even really going to do anything about it. And then 2 weeks later, this is just off topic, but I was working, it was Veterans Day, I think.
Wait, sorry. Pause.
Yeah,
We're
sorry.
going to pick back up at Veterans Day. What was the first event of a night, a darkness walk? What is that?
Yeah, so the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, which I call AFSP because it's a mouthful, they host Out of the Darkness walks everywhere, in every state, where they raise money for mental health and suicide prevention, and it all goes to research, education. Like, you can look it up on their website, but all the money is used for, and the end goal is like mental health and preventing suicide. So I went to that Out of the Darkness walk. They have them everywhere. They have them here in Wisconsin. They have one in New York every year, and it's the Out of the Darkness walk where they literally walk out of the darkness. Like, it starts at night and they go all the way in the morning. They walk the whole time into the morning, and I really want to go. I just need the funds to go to New York. But so I went to that to raise money.
You can stay with Molly. She just moved there.
Did she really?
Yeah. She lives in Brooklyn.
She lives in Brooklyn? That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for her. Maybe I will.
I just want to also remind the listener, I want to inform the listeners that we are relatives.
Yep.
Do you call me Uncle Gatlin?
Yeah, but I don't know what you are to me.
I'm not your uncle.
Your dad, my dad's cousin.
We're cousins.
Are we cousins?
Yeah, because
you're my Gatlin.
Your dad and I are cousins.
Well, because I call
First
like
cousins.
Jack and them, those are my cousins. So I just call you, I don't know,
Yeah.
Uncle Gatlin and Sasha.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think of you as a niece. So
yeah, it works.
You can, and Uncle Gatlin sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Good.
It is.
So, okay, we're related.
Yep. In fact, we are.
You're 20 years old?
I'm 19.
You're 19.
Mm-hmm. Just turned 19 in September.
Blake would have been 25? 26?
He was born in 2000? Or 1999. 99,
Yeah.
then I think 26.
Yeah, 26.
26.
Oh yeah, we just had his golden birthday.
Did you?
Yeah, 26. So you're 19. So he was 7 years older, but you guys grew up going to Sawmill together, and
I think I was close. I'm much closer with Jack. I mean, Jack was like my best friend when I was a kid.
yeah,
I love
you're
that
the
boy.
same age. He's 19 too.
Yep. I'm a little older than him.
And then you lost a friend to suicide, like a close friend?
We were really close in middle school, and then COVID happened and I went online. So we lost touch because we went to different high schools. And then I learned that 2 years after I think 2022. So that was rough. But yeah, so that's what got me into this.
So Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, right. So I didn't really know what I was going to do about it. I just knew I wanted to do something. And then we were working Veterans Day and a guy came in and we were doing this special where like if veterans came in, we gave them a free meal. And he showed me his ID and same name, first name, last name as my friend who passed. It was his dad, but his dad was always deployed, so I'd never met his dad. So I was like, well, that's my sign that it was like I saw a ghost. It was, oh my God, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to ruin his day, but.
Oh, so you never said anything?
No, I didn't tell him because we'd never met. I had only known him and he was the oldest of 5 or 6. I can't remember. I think 5. He was the oldest of 5. And yeah, so.
What did that feel like to see him?
I was just shocked. I just went in the back and was like, I'm going to sit here and breathe for a minute, but it was good.
Did he look like him?
I wouldn't have been able to tell if I hadn't saw his ID. But then I was like, oh yeah, that's.
Oh, after you saw the name, you're like, definitely.
First name, last name. I was like, yep, that's a father-son duo right there. But yeah, so I saw that and then I was just like, well, I have to do something because it was in my school system and we've had a couple since him. But yeah, I just wanted to do something about it.
So that's what sparked the interest of going to school for this.
Yep, that's what made me decide I wanted to focus mostly on education, which I do other things with them too. I just went to last, I think, May. Went to Raleigh. I used to live in North Carolina for the listeners, you know that. But, and talked to like legislators and representatives and them about a specific bill that would help prevent suicide. So I do other things, but education is what I focus on.
So when did you start talking to senators and
that I've only done once. That was in May where a small group of us went to the Capitol and then we call it Advocacy Action Day. And so I talked to certain representatives, a senator, and then like someone who worked for the DOJ. I don't really remember, but it was pretty cool. We got a standing ovation on the floor. So they made us we sat through it and we got a standing ovation. It was really cool. It was a fun day. It was a amazing day. I got to use this is also off topic, but I got to use my ASL because I took ASL and I got to use it in public for the first time with somebody who's deaf but wanted to talk about the AFSP, and it was really cool.
That is very cool.
It was really cool.
What was the meeting? Was it a pitch or an ask for a proposal of some kind for a specific bill?
Yeah, it was a pretty much ask. There's a bill in North Carolina, which I'm not I would have remembered it back then, but it's been a while. Not 100% educated on it, but pretty much it's this bill where it's like safe surrender. So if you recognize that you are struggling with your mental health, you can go to somebody who sells guns and give them your firearm to help with risk reduction, and they'll pretty much hold it for as long as you want so that you don't have access to that. But there was a small clause or whatever they're called in the bill that said if they give the firearm back to you and then you use it to die by suicide, then they could be held liable. So we were just asking them to take that out so that people who were doing safe surrender were more inclined to do it. Yeah. Because it's been proven to work. Just obviously people don't want to do that if they think they could be held liable for somebody dying.
Right.
So that was the bill.
Oh, okay. And then did they do it?
I think they're still working on it. It's like a whole thing, but I don't know if it passed, but we had definitely had a lot of people. I mean, I think we talked to, the list was really long. It was like 2 pages long, probably 30 or 40 people. And the people I talked to, I know they were really interested in getting it in the next cycle. So I think they're working on it. I hope they are. I want to go to DC. That's my goal. Well, my goal is to bring my project to Wisconsin and then do DC, but.
Let's talk about your project. So you started at UWL like a little over a year ago?
No. I started my project in high school.
Oh.
This is my first semester at UWL. So I started this project when I was a senior. And my first semester is when I went to the walk, and then I got in touch with the AFSP and I asked them to come and help. And then I petitioned the school, and that was a whole thing. It worked out, but it was a lot of work. I didn't realize how much work that is. So
Petition the school for what?
well, we had to get for them to allow us to come. So like I had to be like, hey, this is my idea. This is what I want to do. This is who I want to help me with it. And they had to get the board approval, which they did, which is so surprising because it's hard to get approval for things like that in that county. But I got the board approval, which was really exciting. And then we had like 3 months worth of planning and so many meetings. But the idea was to bring a presentation about mental health and suicide prevention, more leaning towards mental health for the younger kids, to kids 6 through 12. So like middle school and high school in Pender County, which is where I went to school. So we did it. It was awesome. We weren't able to get all the schools the first time around. So the first time around, I think we did, I don't even know the numbers. I know we did roughly 1,000 kids. I think just shy of 1,000. In middle schools, I think we did 4 middle schools and my high school. And then we went back 2 weeks ago. I was in North Carolina 2 weeks ago doing this, and we were there for, I didn't do personally because we branched out. But we did 24, what are they called? Seminars. So we did 24 presentations at a lot of schools. I can't get the numbers, but it was roughly 2,000 kids. I think we were just shy of 2,000. So
this last go round.
Yep, last one.
And the first go round was 1,000.
Was 1,000.
So you've given this presentation to 3,000
roughly
kids.
3,000 kids, yeah, which is exciting. And then we're planning on hopefully going back. I'll be there in January to see my boyfriend because he lives there. But we're planning on trying to do a parents' night in January, as well as a couple schools that we weren't able to hit because Pender County is huge. It's ginormous. So we weren't able to get them all. And a lot of the high schools have like 2,000 kids. So we're trying to find a way to schedule it, but scheduling's not easy. So we're going to go back around and do a parents' night where we're going to show them what we've been teaching their kids because it's not as especially for the middle school, it's more about mental health and just like how to see warning signs, things like that. The high school is like that too, but we go a little bit more in depth. So we want to show the parents what their kids are learning so they're not like afraid. And then we want to give them a talk too so that they know how to have a conversation with their kid. Because like now the kids know, or at least I hope they do, but an adult needs to know too.
Yeah, there's a couple different angles you need to attack there. Mm-hmm. First, get approval or tell the parents what you're teaching the kids and then teach the kids and then teach the parents how to also converse with the kids about the subject.
Yep.
Wow. So you came up with this idea in high school that you wanted to do that? Mm-hmm. And it took how long and how many meetings would you say until you gave your first presentation?
Oh God, meetings, I couldn't even tell you. It took probably, let's see, I started planning early December and then I think we did it in April, so January, February, March, so like 3-4 months. And then we had a lot of meetings, probably 1 or 2 a month, I'd say, more than that when we got closer. And then I had meetings all summer to plan this time around and upcoming to that. And so we're probably going to have a meeting in a week or two to plan for January, but I love it. Keeps me busy.
So how many people were presenting?
That's the exciting part. Okay, so it started off just me because it was just me and Maureen. Her name's Maureen Goldberg, but we just call her Mo. She's the leader of the NC chapter for the AFSP. And the AFSP is completely volunteer run. She's the only paid person. She's my favorite human on this planet. I want to be her. She doesn't like when I say that, but I do. So it started off just her and I giving the presentations. And then over the summer and just like for this next time around, we were able to train, I think 5 or 6 counselors. So now all the counselors are able to give the presentation and do things like that, which is really exciting because it feels bigger than me now. Like I don't have to keep pushing for it. They want it. You know what I mean? So That's been pretty cool.
You like built a snowball and pushed it off the edge of the hill and it's just growing.
I'm excited. I think Maureen's going to try to replicate what we did in Pender County and other counties in North Carolina. And then she also just introduced me to the leader of the Wisconsin chapter. So hopefully I'll get to start pushing for it here too. I don't know if they already do that, but if they're not doing it, then I want to push for it here.
Yeah. So Jackson's mom is a principal in lacrosse.
Oh, cool.
I forgot what school. One of my dear friends from high school is the principal at the high school.
That's good to know.
Another friend of mine is the principal at the Reedsburg Middle School, and the newly hired Reedsburg Area School District superintendent was at our board meeting a couple weeks ago. So
maybe we'll start in Reedsburg.
In Reedsburg.
There we go. I need somewhere to start.
I'm going to share this podcast with all three of those people.
I would love that. I would love to get started with it. It would be awesome. I need to have officially meet. She introduced me to the leader of the Wisconsin chapter, but she was out of town during that. So we sent it like an introductory email. So I'm going to have to actually like get a meeting with her, but I'm really excited to maybe start doing it here too, because I need a project.
Throw that word maybe right out the window.
Oh, I mean, it's going to happen. I just need to get around to like starting the meetings. It's scary to start again, but we've already done it. So
I admire how much like courage you mustered up and the fear that you've just stepped right in and walked right and faced it. As like
Thanks.
as far as like just leading this project and having these meetings and knowing that you might be facing rejection and then
that's the frustrating part is maybe that was like when we were trying to get the board approval, which they approved. I didn't have to go make a statement or anything. And it was kind of like, well, if they don't approve, and then we're like, well, then you go to the media. And it was like, oh, I just want them to approve, which they did, which was nice. But it was dicey on the fact of maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. So
yeah, which I'm sure builds some confidence.
Yeah. It's I think it's been a learning. I've learned a lot from it, just not even just with mental health, which I have learned a lot about the world of mental health, but also I was never a public speaker. I don't like public speaking at all. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm giving seminars to middle schoolers. So now I can do public speaking, which is fun. But
you started with the middle schoolers?
Yes, we started with the middle schoolers, and then we only did my high school because we were the only high school that we were able to schedule in because all the other ones are really large. And then I think the last time around we did a high school. So
the limiting factor there with like getting all of the schools scheduled in North Carolina in the district was just the
scheduling,
fitting you in, getting you on the schedule.
So hard to schedule it all and to make, well, and it's because we're talking about such important matters, but matters that aren't taught and that are better for small groups. So it's like speaking to 400 people is not a good way to relay that. So we try to cut it down to like maybe 100 people because the less people there are, the more impactful I think it is. Especially we went to the alternative school, which is probably what I'm most proud of from the last one. And it was our smallest groups of like 10 or 15 kids. And it was delightful. Like going from speaking to 200 kids or 100 kids at a time or 70 kids at a time to 15, they were so much more interactive and they were really open. It's a lot easier to be open about mental health when you're one-on-one or just like a couple people versus a room full of 100. But I was also shocked at like how many kids were so open just in rooms full of 100. It made me really happy that they were comfortable enough to talk about things that they were talking about. So it was amazing.
So they were asking questions.
Yep.
Sharing.
We had a lot of kids asking questions. We had a lot of kids, or a few kids that'd be like, well, I'm on medication and I'm not embarrassed about it. Or like I had one girl who was like, well, I learned, because we do Q&A after to be like, well, what did you learn? And we bribe them with candy because they need bribing. But one of them was like, well, I learned that it's not embarrassing that I'm on medication for my mental health and that people shouldn't be able to make fun of me for that. I was like, great, we're learning. It's amazing. Made my day. So, yeah.
So essentially, what is the presentation? Is it kind of like mental health 101 on this is like labeling certain conditions or issues or what?
Less of like what is like mental health disorders. It's more of the basics of what is mental health. We talk about what is mental health. We talk about the signs that somebody's might be struggling with their mental health versus just having a bad day. We talk about how mental health and physical health are interconnected. And then, so we talk about what is mental health, how they're connected to your physical health, what the signs are. And then we talk about, I can't hear myself. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sorry.
It's a problem with your ears, not with the audio in the podcast. I need a new cord.
No worries. But then we talk about signs, how to have a conversation. There are a couple do's and don'ts that we like to emphasize, what getting help looks like. And then we give self-care, like what self-care looks like. And then we give resources. So 988-741-741, the Trevor Project.
BlakestonMen.com.
BlakestonMen.com. Maybe I should introduce you to the AFSP. Maybe you guys can collaborate.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could get your new contact, the Wisconsin leader, on the podcast.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What is AFSP again?
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're big. They're global?
I think they're not. Global. They are global.
Cool.
They're big. They're cool.
I guess I'm not surprised, but I'm just now learning about them. I'm not surprised because I feel like I'm learning about this new stuff all the time, but having a mental health foundation now since 2021, you'd think I would have known about it by now, but
I didn't know about it either until I volunteered for them. I was like, AFSP, I guess that's something. I thought it was local. In fact, it was not local.
So they're mostly volunteers, but they have like a paid leader for each state?
Yep, they have a paid leader for each state, but everybody else is a volunteer.
Okay.
And if I went into psychology, I would want to work for them. It's my goal in life.
Yeah?
I want to be Maureen.
I wish one of your presentations was recorded. I would have loved to see it.
Yeah, I have pictures, but I don't have any recordings, which is probably
good. Is that
good.
not allowed?
I don't know. I think it gets a little dicey when kids are in the room, like recording, even if it's like the back of their heads. I don't know if it's allowed. I'd have to talk about the school system. I mean, maybe we could get the next one recorded, but.
What if we did a podcast where you just gave like a mock presentation? Well, it wouldn't be a mock presentation. It would be a virtual presentation to the world, and it would be you.
That'd be pretty cool.
We would have a split screen. There would be, or we would, like gamers put their, there's the PowerPoint, and then the gamer has a little face on the corner. Mm-hmm. That's what we would do.
That would be pretty cool. I'll have to talk to the AFSP, but I think I could do it.
Let's do that.
I am very well trained in the ones for middle schoolers and high schools. Those are the ones I'm very well trained in. I'm trained in Talk Saves Lives, which is for adults, and that's way more in depth about populations that are at risk and risk reduction, things like that. So I think I'd want to practice that a couple times before I did that here, but I think
we could do whatever you're most comfortable with, because we have, I would say most of our listeners are probably adults, but
they have kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be cool with that. That'd be fun.
Okay, that's the next plan for the podcast.
Is it?
For us, yes.
Okay, let me just double check that I'm good to do that, but I would love to do it. I don't know why I wouldn't be good to do it.
You're great to do it. You're going to do it. So it's a couple weeks ago, you're like, Uncle, pretty sure you said Uncle Gatlin. I would like to be an intern if there's a opportunity with the Blake Matthew Mindful Memorial Foundation. And I said, it's funny because I was just talking to Sasha that day I was talking to her about how it would be awesome to have somebody in the office, like a full-time assistant. But then I'm like, well, maybe there's just somebody like that could be a helper with not a full-time assistant that's actually in the office, but somebody that could just do some, not necessarily even doing some of the stuff I already do, but somebody to do some stuff that we're not yet doing that we should or could be doing. And then I told Sasha, we were on a walk. I remember where I was. I was right on the Baraboo River. And I said, Lily Walters would be awesome. And that night, you texted me.
Well, I always tell my dad, because I always feel not guilty, but I get annoyed that I'm always gone from Tin Man and I get FOMO and I'm like, what the heck? So I was so excited that I got to volunteer with you. It was a lot of fun for me, but I've always told my dad, I'm like, I wish I could help. I would help. And he was like, I think Gatlin said he needs someone. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll reach out. That works for me.
Did he tell you we met up? We did a float. We met at, we had a sushi dinner.
Ooh.
And then this is exactly the same thing we did the first time we did a float. And like a float factor in Madison. And that's when he brought it up. And so that's when he planted the seed. And then it was like a month later that I was on the walk with Sasha and then just mentioned your name. But then you texted me that night. And so like these synchronicities that happen, like they're synchronicities, they're not coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
If we open our eyes up and listen enough and with our ears and our eyes, you'll see like the universe is always speaking to us. Mm-hmm. It's easy to ignore if we're not present, but if we are present and aware, not necessarily looking for signs, but just being open to discarding the idea that there's anything as a coincidence.
Yeah.
That was just the universe speaking, just like that guy showing up in the line that day.
Yep.
So we are meant to do something together. And I couldn't be more grateful for you.
I'm so excited.
Because you are such a special person. You're this old soul. You always have been. Like you carry on conversations with adults since you were a little kid, like more so than kids your own age. Not that you don't get along with kids your own age, but you've always been able to jump right into an adult conversation or just fit right in.
My friends growing up were always the teachers.
See? Yeah, not surprised.
I'm excited too. I'm so excited. This is my jam. And I called you, or I texted you too, because I realized I texted you during the week of my project, and we had just finished like the first schools, and I was just like, well, I need to do something in Wisconsin. Like, this can't be the end. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited that I did. I'm glad I did.
Me too. We had so we've been brainstorming a little bit since we talked on the phone a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And one idea was, maybe I told you about this, but we came up with this idea last year to have sponsors, because we have no revenue from products that we sell like a normal business. We are all donation based, mostly off the funds that are raised at the Tin Man event. But lately this year, we've gotten a lot of just outside donations out beyond just the Tin Man event. Mm-hmm. And it's made us realize that there are so many businesses that are willing to support this cause, not just in Reedsburg, but we've had a lot of support from businesses out of the Dells and Madison.
That's amazing.
And we've served a greater market than just Reedsburg. We've served almost 30 counties in Wisconsin.
That's so exciting.
A location or a person in New Jersey and a person from Atlanta, Georgia.
That's awesome.
So, and we have wellness partners all over Wisconsin, mostly in Reedsburg, but some of them, and we have one in Maryland who just signed up, Maine. And then we have a girl who is a breathwork certified language of breath worker based out of Mexico City.
That's awesome.
And she can do these virtual coaching sessions with anyone Spanish speaking.
That's amazing.
So we want to open up.
Oh, that would be so cool to have multiple languages. So it's not just people speaking English. That would be so awesome.
So my sister's going to help review some of our marketing materials to put out into the Hispanic and Latino communities. And then amazing. We can send Viviana a lot of clients.
That's so cool. That's so exciting.
So lacrosse. Back to the sponsors.
Correct.
Let's find businesses, which is called Adopt a County. And this program, this fundraising program is also a growth plan, is to find sponsors to adopt a county, and they can adopt a county for maybe whatever amount they choose, but there would probably be a minimum, say, of like whatever that amount is. Let's say it's $50,000, and let's say Quick Trip decides to sponsor La Crosse County, so they adopt La Crosse County. So then Quick Trip becomes the branded, their brand is then associated with the La Crosse chapter for the Tin Man, for the wellness grant, the Tin Man Coin Wellness Grant program that we do, and that is our main thing, that what we do. I mean, we also give out scholarships, but the main thing that we do is people who are struggling with a mental health issue use us as a resource, and they apply with us. They fill out a application, and then they come in for an in-person meeting. We get to know them better. They get to understand the foundation and how we operate better. And then after that meeting, if we issue a grant, then we're able to give them a wellness grant, which is it's not a real coin. It's called a Tin Man coin.
The Tin Man coins.
But it's this virtual voucher that has a list of services in it that they are allowed to go attend, either at a significant discount or free. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the services they attend don't even have a cost. So like a lot of times people are just looking for referrals, like they don't know where to turn, or they're not aware of certain types of wellness practices that are available. Mm-hmm. So it's not always a financial barrier that people are coming to us to overcome. A lot of times it's just innocence of not knowing what's available, or ignorance for ignoring something that they have heard about before, or it's financial barrier, or it's just the stigma of talking about it. So we that's why one of the reasons we have this podcast, to make this the cool place to talk about your mental health. And anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So we find a lacrosse sponsor to adopt La Crosse County. And then whatever they put in that budget, then that's a pool that's specific to lacrosse grants.
So only people from La Crosse get that money, or get the money for the grants.
Yes. So basically it opens up this opportunity for us so some of those resources go to recruiting wellness partners in the lacrosse market, and then marketing to the lacrosse market for people who live there to apply for the grant. Both of those things are relatively easy to do. So the vast majority of that fund that the sponsor would be providing for would be for the wellness grants issued in La Crosse County. And so basically they're just opening up a new chapter, and they get to associate their brand with it. So it's more than just a giving budget. Companies have these spreadsheets and budgets, and they have in there a giving budget of what they donate, but they also have in there a marketing budget. And so when you talk to these companies, you can explain to them that this doesn't have to just come out of their donation bucket. This is marketing. This is brand alignment. Does Quick Trip employs so many people in La Crosse County?
I think they started near La Crosse.
They did. Yeah, their headquarters are in La Crosse.
Yeah.
I don't know where their first store was, but they're huge.
They're ginormous.
They're really big, and they employ a lot of people. And so having them as the adopting La Crosse County, put that aside, just having someone to make La Crosse County have a chapter for the Tin Man. So then all the Quick Trip employees have access to this resource. So
that's a good idea too. That would be amazing.
Because, put flyers up in all the...
Well, and a lot of them are students too. Like I know a lot of kids at La Crosse work at Quick Trip, and we have counseling that is available for us, but they can only do so much. Like they can give you sessions if that's what you need, but after there are some things they can't do. So it would be amazing to have students know about that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And it's just a step. It's a little different than the conventional route. Like if somebody's struggling normally, if they don't know about the Tin Man, or if there's not another organization like us that they have access to, which I don't think there is, but maybe there is. I like to think that we're unique. But my point is that the conventional route is going to the doctor and saying, hey, I have depression. I have anxiety. Usually that results in pointing towards a direction of like some sort of clinical psychotherapy, maybe a medication to keep your anxiety from getting too high or your depression from getting too low. And that is, I'll just be honest and say that pretty much zero of our grants go that route. And the reason is because a lot of people who are applying with us have already gone that route. And they're like, my psychotherapy with my current therapist isn't working. I've been seeing this person for 10 years. I've been on depression medication for this long. And they just have gotten to a point where they don't want to rely on that as a coping mechanism. They want to find a way to heal their bodies and their minds together, realizing that the two aren't separate. Like we always say these words, mind and body. as if we're a computer up here running a robot down below. But we're just one thing. Mm-hmm. So the mind is the body and the body is the mind. And there are more, this is something a lot of people don't know. The brain, 20% of the connections in the brain go to the body. 80% of the connections in the nervous system go from the body back up to the brain. And most of those are located in the core of our body, in our guts, in our heart center. Mm-hmm. So the brain is doing way more listening than it is speaking. So when we talk about mental health and overall wellness and physical health, it's all the same thing.
Yep. We teach that a lot. Well, I think for kids especially, we talk a lot about like, well, okay, when I get anxious for a test, I have a tummy ache. And a lot of times we don't see the overlap, but it's there. And then we also teach a lot to the kids about treatment for mental health looks different for everybody. It could be medication. It could not be medication. It could be therapy. It could not be therapy. It could be unconventional therapy. It could be long-term. It could be short-term. So we are not pro one, anti the other. It's just whatever works for you.
Yes.
That's what we need.
That's exactly our philosophy too.
Yeah.
And that's like right in our mission statement. Everyone is different. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own unique path to, and I don't even like the word healing because it implies that something is broken, and none of us are broken.
Mental wellness.
Yes. Transformation. Mm-hmm. Just living our best lives, being authentically happy with a genuine smile instead of a fake one. Mm-hmm.
Fighting the stigma.
Yes.
It's my goal in life.
Thanks for helping us fight the stigma.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad our worlds have collided.
I'm so excited. In
this mission. And I'm excited to learn more about this global nonprofit that you...
AFSP.
AFSP, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AFSP.
I love the AFSP.
So for your internship or your volunteership, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you'll have me.
Your first assignment is to ask that girl to get on our podcast.
Oh, okay.
No, ask that
I still have to introduce myself to her and become acquainted to her. But once I am, I will ask her if she would like to be here.
No, that's not what I meant. Ask that girl for you to do the public presentation of the AFS.
Oh, for here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With with the video game thing.
I can just ask Mo. Yep.
With the PowerPoint and your video in the little corner, and it's something we can just put out to the world.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to get just a double okay for that, just because I don't know, but I don't know why it would be a problem.
Get a triple okay.
I'll get a quadruple okay. Mm-hmm.
That'd be even better.
I don't think you understand how excited I am, because whenever I was a kid and we go to your house, I'd be like, yes, we're gonna go see Gatlin, and now I get to work with you and talk to you all the time. It's gonna be great.
You're cooler than I am. I guarantee it.
Guarantee you not. No, sir.
Oh, Lily.
Sometimes my dad tells me stories about you. It's like, this is why I love Gatlin. I mean, he's just the coolest person I know. So I'm excited.
Thanks for thinking that. I think you and your dad are...
My dad's pretty cool.
Very, very cool.
Yep. I've looked out for sure.
Favorite people.
Oh, yeah.
That I know.
Yeah.
I don't spend as much time with him as I wish I did.
I don't spend enough time with you guys as I wish I did.
Well, now we're.
I feel like when I was a kid, we were always I was at your house every other weekend, and now we only see each other on holidays. I'm sad, but now we're gonna see all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after you give your presentation publicly on this podcast to the world, then your next job will be to find sponsor to adopt La Crosse County.
Okay, I can work on that. For when it comes to things like that, do you want, I would like to have something physical that I can present to them saying this is the minimum money, this is what works for you, this is how it helps me. I would just like something in my hands that I can give them.
Absolutely. We're going to give you beautiful, colorful cardstock flyers.
Oh, love me some cardstock.
And business cards.
Great.
Pens.
Ooh, love pens. I like shirts too. If you haven't told, I have 2 of this shirt.
Really?
2 of them. Yep. Because my first one got so faded.
I didn't even read it.
Oh, it's World Without Suicide. Because it's an AFSP shirt. I work with them. So every time I got 3 shirts 2 weeks ago.
I have a hat I want to give you.
I'll take a hat. I can give you some AFSP merch too. We can swap.
Yeah, I would like to see what they have. I want to steal some ideas from them because we want to ramp up, improve the value of our merch. We want to have better
I
merch.
love the volunteer shirt that I had. It's so comfortable and like I wear it all the time. Well, and I volunteer with them so much. Half my wardrobe is AFSP, the other half is like Habitat for Humanity, and then I just because I volunteer with so many, I just collect the shirts. So I wear this shirt probably once a week. I wear my other AFSP shirts.
Don't leave without some merch. I have some stuff for you.
Okay,
because I know you're gonna wear it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what for Habitat for Humanity. They in North Carolina. Here I got a hard hat. Like I'm a regular, so I get my own hard hat. But in North Carolina, it was like, well, once you hit certain hours, you get T-shirts. It's like a competition. I was just collecting them like cards. I worked like 150 hours for them, just like so I could have my T-shirts.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll give you all the T-shirts you want.
I love T-shirts. You could pay me in T-shirts if you wanted.
I don't want volunteer burnout. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I want as much of you as we can possibly get.
That's fair.
That is obviously fits in your schedule. But I'm in a competition now with AFSP.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a David and Goliath situation. You don't need to compete with them. It's the same goal. You guys should merge.
I mean, competing for your time.
Oh, for my time.
Yeah. So you want to be this girl that you admire there?
Maureen.
Yeah.
Mo.
We want to hire Maureen.
I'll talk to her about it.
I mean, we want to hire you. Because that's who you aspire to.
I'm
You
excited.
keep drinking your empty cup of tea.
No, there was a thing. I need something to do with my hands at all times. See, there's a little it's gone now.
Sorry. I still have some left, not to brag, but
Okay, well. Whatever.
so all right. I didn't have any formal questions.
I also didn't have anything for
If I forgot to ask, usually a podcast ends and I'm like, I should have asked this question. My dad's really good at that. Why didn't you ask him this and that? Like,
Thanks,
why
Randy.
don't you come do it?
Thanks, Randy. Appreciate you.
I love you, Lily.
I love you too. I'm so excited.
Thanks for coming on. And
Thanks for having me. I was very nervous, but this was a lot less stressful than I thought it was going to be. So
I am so proud of you and so
don't say that.
So lucky that you are in our corner. Literally, we are in a corner.
Literally.
Of the Blake Matthew Mindful Memorial Foundation.
I'm excited too. I'm so excited. And I love you so much.
I am more excited and I love you more than you love me.
I'm more competitive than you, I fear. I am a very competitive person. I will fight. Like, we can argue about this if you want.
The feeling's mutual, girl.
Yeah. We're going to kill it. It's going to be great.
We are.
Bad analogy.
We're going to kill suicide.
There we go. We're going to stomp it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kill the stigma.
Yes, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
That's. Ooh, when I went to Raleigh, the amount of like just ignorant things that came out of people. There was a lobbyist that was just talking, and I was just like, my eyes were so wide, and somebody else was handling it. It was just like, I can't talk right now because I will yell at you. I was like, I just fear this is not. It's just like, wow, okay. Like, I'm gonna walk away. Like, just, yeah. The stigma is, you don't even think about it until like it affects your life, but it is insane. It's ridiculous.
I know. I hope we can kill the stigma in 2026.
Yeah, that's the goal of 2026.
We might be running out of time to do it in 2025. But let's kill it in 2026.
2020. I'm down for that. I probably can't work a lot of hours in the next 2 weeks because I have finals, and if I'm not sleeping, I am studying or working or driving, but not work. But you know what I mean.
That's okay. I'll help draft an email. So after, just one more thing. When you go to pitch this Adopt a County thing to Quick
Trip.
Well, or to
I would not like to start with Quick Trip. I'd like to start with a lesser.
Start with
so I
something
won't
else.
That one up.
So you're going to have stuff to give them. You're going to have a script.
Yep.
That you're going to be able to use as your starting point. Not that you want to read from the script, that you can kind of memorize it and then make it your own.
Oh, don't worry. I'll practice with my roommates. I'll make them listen to me.
Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be
I'm
so
really
awesome.
excited.
And I'll help you draft that email to that AFSP person if you want. And
Yeah.
then that way, I know you don't have much time, but all you got to do is email her.
Yeah.
And say, hey.
Yeah, I have to email her about my project, but then I'll also ask her about this too.
Yeah. It ties right in because you just want to bring your project to a
Reedsburg.
different, it's just a different stage is all it is.
Or bring my project to a different community or like people.
For sure. Yeah.
Because I've been working with kids. Mm-hmm. Now I get to work with adults, which is a little more nerve-wracking. Kids are scary, but like they can be controlled. That sounds bad, but they're not. I mean, there are always teachers there to be like, calm down.
The younger the brain, the more neuroplastic it is. So yeah, I would prefer to work.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited about. It's very rewarding to work with kids because just like even when I was looking through the stuff with that the AFSP gives out, like their resources, I was just like, it is 2020. I've never had this. You know what I mean? I was like, we didn't have that education. We didn't have.
Right.
It was very. They would talk about it maybe once for half an hour, like, but it's not something that they would teach about. And then when things happen, it's just like, oh, what do you do now? So and I feel like even when I was in middle school and high school, especially too, there were people in my life that were struggling pretty badly with their mental health. And I had to navigate it on I figured it out, but I had to get them help by myself and I didn't have the resources. And my dad, shout out Adam, he's great. But like, I wasn't trained. I didn't know what to do. So I just had to figure it out. And I think it would have been amazing to have that resource to be able to know, like at least a foundation of, okay, I'm seeing this. These are the things that I can do about it. Instead of just being like, okay, this is happening. Like, what do I do now? So that's my goal.
Awesome.
Got a lot of goals.
Part of me doesn't like the word mental health because it's sort of like the whole mind and body thing. Like, oh, we got physical health. To go to the hospital for physical health. Go somewhere else for mental health. Mind and body. We keep separating the two.
Yeah.
It's and like saying drugs and alcohol. Like, it's all the same thing. We are just one thing. Let's just be as healthy as possible.
Bodily health. That's what we talk about that a lot with the kids too, is like, there's mental health, there's physical health. There's not a stigma against physical health. Like I think a lot of the time, what's my analogy? Is when we're talking about one specific slide is what mental health is, what it isn't, and what it isn't is like something you could snap out of. And I like to say to the kids, is like, cool, so if I broke my leg, I can just like snap my fingers and great. I'm like, wouldn't it be nice? But like that's not how it works. You can't just snap your fingers and not have a broken leg. You can't just snap your fingers and be happy. It's not something you can just get out of. You know what I mean? So
there's some work involved. There's no such thing as a magic pill.
Yep. Or we talk a lot about like for stigma, we talk about a lot of like, we ask the kids, how many of you have taken a Tylenol and aspirin, whatever, for a headache? And then everyone raises their hand. They're like, cool. How many of you had judged a friend for taking a Tylenol to help with a headache? Then everyone puts their hands down. It's like, right. So why would we judge somebody for struggling with their mental health? It's the same thing. It's health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta fight the stigma.
Kill it.
Yep.
All right, Lily. Onward till next time.
Yep.
Thank you.
When is next time? When's the next time you want? I can stop in probably once a week.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you're only an hour and a half from me, and I go home pretty much every. Okay, I should say, I can still work virtually for you, but December 20th, I leave for California till January 2nd. January 5th, I leave to North Carolina until the 25th. So, like, I am out for 2 months, but virtually I can.
We'll take what we can get. I think the next time you come here, if you'd want to sit in on.
I would love to.
An onboard meeting.
Yep.
Just to see how our process works.
I would love to do that.
And then you could totally do them virtually.
And I like to meet your coworker or whoever works here. I want to meet them.
We have a couple mainstay volunteers that would love to meet you. I think a couple of them, or one of them might be here right now. But
and then also I'd love to go over the list of the things that you offer specifically to other people.
I could go through it right now.
And your finances.
Okay.
Well, not your finances, but like if I'm offering things for people, I'd like to know how much moolah I'm asking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. There's an annual report on our website that you can get kind of an idea
cool
of some of that stuff. It'll be a good place to start. I'll text it to you.
Okay.
And then next time wow, that was a good back crack.
Yeah, you heard it. It was pretty good.
Can you just do that on command?
Yeah, I can. I've been waiting this whole time to do it.
You just wanted to show off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm jealous. I can't.
If you lay on the floor, I can crack your back. My roommate does it to me every single night. It's like our little ritual. She cracks my back. And I crack hers. God. Okay, now I got the last drop.
All right, Lil Lily. See you next time.
See you next time.
It was good. Good job.
Thanks. We killed it.
You killed it.
Yeah.